on the draw. This is Barkley. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. And with the play clock reading 4, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Ready, set.
55. Check, 55, Mike. Hey, keep it up, keep it up.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down. And this opening drive not going to plan. This is now 3rd and 13. Throwing Jones. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. Incomplete. Both players were there offensively and defensively, but it falls incomplete.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
12 yards on the return that time, and the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10.
Set. 18 Gators. 80 weapons.
Let's go, we got this, we got this.
Now.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. That one good for 20 on the catch and run. From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. A first carry for the former Oklahoma Sooner, Joe Mixon. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36.
X3, 218, chopper. Hey, Delta.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. He's going to float this over the middle deep. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out.
Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And he will score. Touchdown, Giants. Aldrich Rosas on for the extra point. It's up, it's good, and the Giants have a 7-0 lead. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And now the Giants, they get the officials' attention and take another timeout. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. Mixon gets the nod to start the drive. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. 2nd and 9 now. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
Let's go. Let's go.
And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
When we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
Broke through some contact, but unable to reach the 40. A gain of 6 there on first. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
This quarterback now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10.
Leo.
Check it back. Check it back.
He'll drop to throw. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack.
Check, 47.
2nd and long. Looking deep for Julio. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
I know exactly why he tried to throw the ball to Julio Jones there. He's never considered covered. He's either too fast or too strong. You always try and get it to him.
Especially on those deep passes. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Hey, wahoo!
47's the mic. 47's the mic.
He'll look to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So instead of 4th down, 1st down.
Well, so much for winning the down you put a lot of emphasis on, because 3rd down is key for offense and defense. Instead, you're going to stay on the field and start a new set of downs.
A first chance in the red zone for the Falcons now. They've got a 1st and 10 from the 10. And that'll be hauled in by the tight end. It's Hooper for the Falcon touchdown. Austin Hooper with touchdown number 8 on the year, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Extra point good by Hopkins, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Fairly short kick, taking it to 14 here. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
Ready,
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. And that'll set them back 5. Following the delay, here's 2nd and 9.
61. Matt, get it.
Now Jones operating from the gun. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
Even the greats in this game, and he certainly qualifies as one of them, they're going to have trouble if they continue to throw into double coverage.
He better be careful. Throwing into too much double coverage might have a couple of them picked off.
Hey, Haywood! Shoot!
To throw on third down. Jones. It's caught. Shepard. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 10 yards, good for a Giant first down.
First down, Giants.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. 7-7, our score after one.
The score tied 7-7.
Here we go! 50, plant!
I'm coming after you! I'm coming after you!
A first down carry for Barkley. He'll take this from the 40 up to the 45 for a gain of 5.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, and you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Guys, it's game situation. Let's go. Check. 55 to Mike. Check. Go.
From the 45 on second down, Jones. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's the one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Now Jones. And Ingram hauls it in.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
First and 10 at the 35-yard line. They go back to the ground now with Barkley. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
Brings up second and 12 at the Falcons' 36-yard line.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's second and 12. Looking to throw. Jones. And the pass is intercepted. He was looking for Ingram. Picked by Kendall Fuller. Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he will score. Touchdown, Falcons.
Now, that was a beautiful play. A pick-6. How would you punctuate something like that, partner?
What do you mean, with an exclamation mark?
Exclamation mark, a big word. What would you do with that?
Ampersand?
I like it.
Hopkins with the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick-6, and now the kick is away. It's a short kick, taken at the 15. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
At their own 31-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula to get them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up, 2nd and 10. Jones fakes the give to Barkley. He's got a man, complete. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. It's a gain of 35.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Now Saquon Barkley. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they've bottled him up throughout the game because that was his longest run of this contest.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. This is Barkley. A 3-yard pickup on 2nd and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on 3rd and a little more than a yard.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. The Giants on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he's going to get the first down as they bring him down at the 23. Just enough to get the first down there with a 1-yard pickup.
First down, Giants.
Let's go now. 60 Pittsburgh. Topper. Shoot.
On 1st down, Barkley. And able to get about 3 as he's taken down right at the 20.
Well, not a huge gain there as we head towards the 2-minute warning. It'll be interesting to me to see what they decide to do after the timeout.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the 2nd quarter. 14-7. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now. We'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. On 2nd down now, Barkley. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
And the kick by Rosas is good. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So the scoring drive encompasses 9 plays, and the net result, 3 points.
Take your disappointment and put it aside. 9 plays, yeah, they want to end up in the end zone with a touchdown. I get that. But sometimes those 9-play drives pay dividends later with another 9-play drive that culminates in a touchdown when they wear down a defense.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well, so that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field is still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
So 1 play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
Hey, 2.
Looking to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Lorenzo Carter in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year. He'll look to throw. And finding the tight end, Hooper. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
Fair. Let's go. Five.
They'll look to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. 20, 10. And he will score. Touchdown, Giants. Roses to add the extra point. It's good, and they'll take a 17-14 lead. And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. You're down 3 under a minute to go. How aggressive are you going to be in this spot?
Not as aggressive as I probably would want to be. Only down 3. I mean, it might as well be even going into the half. That's not a deficit that makes me want to push it and potentially make a mistake in this situation and cost myself even more points.
But boy, getting into field goal range and tying it, that's tempting.
Awfully enticing. You almost talked me into it. I think it's pretty evident we can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here at half two, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Hey, alert 3.
Greystone, Travis.
25, check 25.
Go. Get it.
2nd and 10. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. It's a gain of 16, first down Falcons.
Ready? 18 Raiders.
Switch.
First down.
Shoot.
A draw play for Mixon. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the first. So the drive takes them into Giants territory now, 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Back to throw here. He's got Hooper on the short connection, and he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 12 yards is the pickup, good for a first down for the Falcons. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
They'll set up a throw, and nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
That's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Temporarily out of field goal range now as they come up on a 2nd and long after the holding call. And now the Giants will stop play as they take a timeout defensively. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. After the penalty, it's Mixon. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And now off to the races, down the right side. Touchdown, Falcons. Joe Mixon with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Falcons have retaken the lead. Extra point good by Hopkins. And that will make this a 4-point game. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And the Falcons grab it. And they will finally put it into the return, but not until he takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secure. And a lot of teams do that.
And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Falcons push further out in front. Well, that's about as quick of a passing touchdown as you'll ever see right there.
Everyone has a section in their playbook called the quick game. That was a super quick game. Out of the hands of the thrower, bam, right to the receiver, successfully for a touchdown.
How in-depth is that quick game part of the playbook?
It's pretty in-depth because people want the ball out of the hands of the quarterback into the playmaker's hands downfield as fast as possible. There are a lot of plays, a lot of options involved with that.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. That goes for a gain of 31. Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well. They'll get a few stops.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. They'll run on 1st down. Barkley, and they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 36-yard line.
8 yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2.
Slam. Look at me. Zipper. Ready?
They'll run it again with Barkley. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a 1st down. Keep the sticks moving.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Back to throw. Jones. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
I tell you, you don't have press conferences when you sign guys like this. But he's been a real difference maker so far. That's now 2 interceptions for him in the game. And when you're getting contributions up and down your 53-man roster, you're going to be all right.
Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for second down.
Brought down back at the 16-yard line.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14.
Hey, Haywood.
47's the mic, 47's the mic. Here we go. 47's the mic, boys, 47. Check.
2nd and 14. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. And he'll bring this one back to the 29.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
They'll try and get this run game going. This is Barkley. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Back at the 32.
Down. 50, plant.
Watching you find. Get that quarterback.
Hey. Hey, Alpha.
Mike 55, Mike 55, Mike 55.
Head up.
Now on 2nd and 13. Jones. Stepping up. He's going to keep it. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
General West.
55, Mike 55. Hey.
Defense.
Looking to throw. Jones. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack.
Another 3 and out.
And for the second time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. 1 quarter remains here in Week 16. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Falcons 28, Giants 17.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Gonna be a long day, offense.
Hey.
54 is Mike.
Hey, Orville.
54.
Jones now throwing on 4th down. And no, it's incomplete. The Giants go on 4th but come up empty. And the Falcons defense stands tall. They'll get the football back. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. Big stop on the turnover on downs to get the football back, and now it's just all about salting this one away.
Yeah, just slowly bleed the clock away. Clock's definitely on your side. And, you know, when we talk about analytics in the game, what is this one? The advanced win metrics? Because if you take care of the football here, bleed the clock down, were they about 95% chance of winning it?
I'd say 95 or better. And I know you always say it, every coach does. It's just protecting the football at this point.
And knowing that the defensive guys, they're coming after the ball more than they are the person. They want to knock it free.
2nd and 11. And that is incomplete. You and I watched film yesterday, and you told me to watch his feet. Well, for whatever reason, his footwork just looked off on that throw.
And you always love it when the next defensive back talks quarterback mechanics, right?
Well, but you're good at it.
Well, I try, all right? I don't know how good I am, but it doesn't take much to tell. His mechanics are off a little bit, exactly what you described. Footwork, that led to the incompletion.
They'll set up to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
Nearly a huge return, as it is still a very good one. 24 yards, and it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on 4, turned it over in their own territory, but the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the #1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it, not necessarily to not get the first down or to have the defense have to hold
But he
up.
trusted his defense.
Trusted his defense very much, and I think that's how he's going to play this game. Go for it, be aggressive, because I've got the Wild Bunch backing me up over here on my...
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Grady Jarrett make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23.
Hey, Charlie.
Mike 54. Mike 54. Watch QB drop.
Yes, yes.
Back to throw. Jones. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more.
Okay, let's go back a little bit and see if my schooling comes to the front. What's that old saying? Those who forget the lessons of history are doomed to repeat them. That's the same guy who's gotten back-to-back sacks. I think a double team may be in order.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Looking to erase a 2-score deficit here in the 4th quarter. Going for some big plays.
Yeah, they certainly were. They just decided one shot, didn't they? Forget trying to move the ball downfield in small little increments. Let's go for the big one. But how about the defense playing situational football, looking at the scoreboard and realizing what can hurt us most? The deep shot. They played it well.
And a nice job here on special teams. This will be down inside the 10 at the 8-yard line.
Absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air, and that allows their punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
Tighten up. Shift, shift. Watch the edge. '58's the mic, 58.
61, matchbox, light, to go.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Complete. Smith has it. And he gets it to the 30 when it's all said and done. A good pickup there at 22.
Well, how about this aggressive approach? Got the lead, 4th quarter, continuing to throw the football. Are you thinking about Super Bowl 51? Atlanta had the lead against New England, and they ended up giving it up?
I was going to say, don't say it, but you did say it.
I did, didn't I?
Yeah, anybody watching Atlanta, our apologies. That hold coming from the middle of the line, the center.
And it's difficult for him because sometimes you've got people right over you, and as soon as you snap it, trying to get your hands up and block them, you can be a little bit late getting it done.
Hey, Zoom.
58, boys, 58.
Hey, Sam off.
All day,
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Airing it out deep for Smith. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. Despite the lead here in the 4th, they're still taking shots.
Not content to sit on this lead at all. And to me, it raises the question of what's right in this game nowadays. Do you sit on the ball and run it because you have enough of a lead? Or do you try and extend it because you always feel like the other team can come back?
Extend it. Have some fun. And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
47's the mic. Keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys.
Go. Five.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Here's Dorsett. A good return there, 17 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
The improv on the scramble there gets them 6, and it'll be second down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. It's hauled in by Shepard. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Throwing, Jones. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. Only 3 there on the screen at second down.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
Flushed out right. This is Shepard on the catch. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. A well-executed 22-yard gain. They'll try and run forward with Barkley. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. Second down and goal. Jones looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Golden Tate, his intended receiver. But now it's third and goal.
Quarterbacking 101. Never force the ball into double coverage. Especially not this close to the goal line. The windows are so tight, you just don't want to force it in there because it could be tipped up and picked off.
Looking to throw. Jones. He's got daylight. 30. 10. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown. And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a fourth-quarter comeback.
With emphasis, interception, return for touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now. And if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. One final shot. They'll look to throw. Forced out to his left. He's going to let it fly. And this is dropped in incomplete. Well, there's a metaphor for how this one is gone as time has run out on this ball game. Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this one. Certainly defensively, stuff that they can look at on film, don't you think?
No.